Hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. It is almost 9:30 p.m. on a Friday evening, and I just wanted to check in with you guys, share some thoughts with you, see how you were doing, see what kind of things that I can learn from you, and see if there's some things that I can help you with as we are all going through different things in our life right now. So I would just checking in and saying hi. And you know, there's some things that I've kind of set in place for myself, and I think I've talked about this a little bit the other day. You know, as far as like, what are some things that we are filling our days with? You know, and I have like some things that I share this so much and I talk about this so much, but now that we are like home, it's something that I love to share because I was just teaching this to some of my daughters who have kids at home. And I'm like, you know, now that we're inside and we are home and we have time, what are some of the things that you can do during the day? And, you know, when the kids were little, you know, I have 8 kids for those who don't know. And, you know, we're down to 1 at home. And I look back over the years and I think about what were the things that we did, you know, when they were little. And I remember as a young mom, you know, taking the time to like, just like brainstorm some ideas when they were little, you know, the things that can fill their day, you know, whether it's, you know, doing puzzles, coloring, you know, writing down some things to keep their minds going. And I noticed when they were little, and even today, you know, just doing this for myself, it's like, as I brainstorm some of the things to, you know, like if you write down, like, say that you wake up at 5 in the morning, I don't wake up at 5 in the morning, but say that you wake up at 6 and you know that you're going to wake up at 6 in the morning and you're going to go to bed, say like at 11 o'clock at night. So you have time between 6 a.m. and 11 p.m. to do the things that you need to be doing. And what do you do in those blocks of time to fill your time? You know, I actually spoke at a conference in San Antonio here in January about time blocking and chunking and taking the time to do that. And I noticed that, like I say, going back to my kids of when they were little, that they just had a better day if I had some sort of schedule. You know, if I knew when they were going to eat lunch, when they were going to take naps, or when they knew it. And, you know, during this time period, you know, we're going to color. During this time period, we're going to read books. And just went, you know, when they were little, they only had maybe like 15 to 20 minutes of, you know, attention span. So we did, you know, 20 to 25 minute sessions of whatever it was, you know. And I noticed that as I did that and like wrote it down and, you know, went through those different things, that the day went by so much smoother. Everybody was happier because we weren't just sitting in front of the TV watching movies all the time. You know, we actually had a schedule, you know, when we were going to eat, when we were going to play, when we were going to, you know, downtime. And so I think like during this time, as, you know, we have some time for ourselves, you know, as we are have more time than normal because we might not be going into our work, or we might not be going to, you know, the different things that we do normally. We have the time. So just like it was with my kids, you know, like doing that when they were little, I think it applies to us today as well. You know, I find myself like, okay, if I'm going to wake up and I'm going to work out, I'm going to read, you know, listen to podcasts, all those kind of things, as we are time blocking and, you know, doing those things, it really, really helps in your day. It helps your mind feel better. You know, it helps to know that, okay, you know, I'm done with this. And I know that, you know, by the end of the day, then I got something done. Like maybe it's like, I was just talking to somebody on the phone just a while ago, you know, we talked about like, okay, you know, I might spend 30 minutes doing this particular task and 30 minutes doing this particular task. And like, before you know it, like I got my music in, you know, I practiced, I got my reading in, I got my personal development in, you know, I got the different things done. And so I wanted to share that with you because I noticed that, like I say, that as I make a schedule for myself, just like I did for my kids when I was raising them, it will make your, you know, by the end of the day, you feel so much more productive. And I don't know about you, but like for me, I like to work out in the morning because I feel like by the time, you know, the nighttime comes, it's like, I can't, I'm so tired, I can't do it anymore. So it's important, like also, just to keep your body moving, just do some sort of movement every day, whether it's a walk or whether you're doing a, workout video or whatever it is, just move your body, even if it's just dancing. Some of the videos that I do are dancing, and my kids walk in like, what are you doing? So, it's just like moving that energy through your body or whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I was just thinking about it today as I went through. I had a really productive day today, more than I have been in the last few days. And I noticed that the reason why is because I took my calendar or, whatever it is, your notebook or whatever it is that you keep, track of the things that you do. And you can just like break it up. Like you can even like have, maybe like your composition notebook, and each page, maybe one page has physical, another page has your business, another page has your spiritual, another page has time with your family or whatever. And underneath every single one of those categories, you can write down, what it is that you want to maybe be doing to fill your time. And it's so interesting because as you give, a time frame to it, like maybe even just 10 minutes, I was talking about meditation in my keto group, and even here, and those who are just starting out, learning how to do it, you can say, okay, I'm just going to do like 5 minutes, just to, get it to work, like for myself, and I think that, knowing that, okay, I can do 5 minutes, because sometimes like if you think about it, it's almost like that, like if you just say, okay, I'm gonna start meditating, and then you do like, I'm gonna do 30 minutes, right off the bat, that's pretty hard. Like, if you're starting something new, then it's like, if you know that you can do 5 minutes, you know what I mean? So you know that you can put 5 minutes of time into that particular task. And so you can get it done, right? And so say like, I don't know, say that there's certain tasks that you don't like to do, and so you put those first. And, we're going back to the jar of putting in the big rocks, before the little rocks. And so as we do that, then those tasks will get done, right? And so, I don't know, I just think like, schedule your day and not like, make it such that it's so full that you feel overwhelmed. We're not talking about like filling your schedule. Like I talk about that too, about uncalendaring, if that's even a word, to where you take your calendar and you feel like every blank has to be filled in. No, but something that is going to help you, to not feel like, like even our keto group, like we talk about like, stress eating and eating whenever, we don't know what to do with our time, because many of us, like I say, like I'm used to being home because I work at home, but there's a lot of people who, work outside of the home. And so it's kind of an adjustment. And so it's about, like readjusting, to what we need to do. Right. And so the time, I guess the chunking and the time scheduling and the things that we're talking about, I think will help you. I think it'll help you to, pass your days where you are actually having productivity, right? And so I know there's a lot of people that, also, are not able to go into work because they're a small business or whatever. So there's some things that you can do from home. You can do, learn online stuff. You can maybe, choose something that you want to learn about. Like maybe it's something like learning how to sell things online, which is what I do. Or maybe it's learning how to do your music. So you can go on YouTube and find, how to play the guitar, how to play the piano. There's so many things to do, so I think that is something that I just want to share with you. And, if you are, thinking about like, as far as like with your, a lot of people have asked me about my keto group. I've shared that link, it's just a free group, we're just in there sharing recipes, sharing tips, sharing ways that, during this time that we can keep our bodies healthy, because during this time, when we're home and everything, it's really easy, to go into the pantry and, eat the things that we don't want to eat, and then we don't feel good. And then when we don't feel good, we're not able to do things. And so it begins like with our health, and I talk about this so much, it's like, it's like whenever we don't feel well, then we're not able to do, you know, a lot of the things. And so, let me see here. Kim, just reading your thing. So there you go. That's you're I mean, I'm not going to read that whole thing right now. I can read it later, but yeah, you're putting together a schedule, and that's great. And, you know, and of course, you know, leave time in there for fun. You know, it doesn't always have to be like, you know, work, 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 work. You know, I have times in there now, like I love music, and I love being able to, you know, turn up some music and just, you know, let some of that energy out, you know, and you know how they always say, you know, dance like no one's watching and don't even care who's watching. And just that is so therapeutic, you know, during this time to be able to get that. So I know that, you know, like I say, for some of you, it's an adjustment to be home whenever you're not used to being home. So this is the time to, you know, write down some things that you can do. Anyway, I just wanted to get on and share some thoughts with you. Hope that helps you in some way. Hope that you guys are doing well, resting, you know, choosing good foods, and getting that dancing in, getting that music in. You know, like I think that also, you know, like there's times where I could be listening to my training videos, but like I just turn on my music for a while. And, you know, there's something about that, whether, you know, if you know how to play an instrument, it's really therapeutic to just sit down and like, you know, play the piano, play the guitar, or if you don't, to just turn on music. You know, you don't always, like, I know for me, like I could be a workaholic, I really can. And so, I tend to, you know, when I'm sitting down or if I'm folding laundry, then I'm turning on some training videos that I have for a course that I want to get through. You know, so sometimes it's just like turn on music, you know, listen to some therapeutic music, and either meditate and relax, or get up and just move your body, you know, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, I just wanted to take a break from what I was doing and share what was on my mind, like I do, share some thoughts with you guys. Hope you're doing well, and hope that this video has helped you in some way. Feel free to share it. Some people always ask me, you know, can I share your video? And I'm like, yeah, you know, that's like to help everybody, you know, in some way. So thanks for being on here. You know, it's so late at night. You guys should be like getting ready for bed or something. But anyway, just wanted to get on and say a quick hi, and hope you all are doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.